Hello, my name is Brad Kirkham. In the next 4 video segments, I'll be briefly discussing 1. Major sections of your actual credit report. 2. Who looks at your credit report, called inquiries. 3. What is debt collection and collection agencies. 4. Credit score calculation. For a complete detail of these discussions and a lot of other topics, I encourage you to please pick up a copy of this book, Your Credit Equals Your Life. Fix it now, from the website address shown above. Let's get started, shall we? Let's look at the screen. The reports you'll be looking at do not include some of the items that we'll be discussing. I'll show you 2 reports, Equifax and TransUnion. This is Equifax, and this is TransUnion. Number 1, your actual credit report, or what is included in your credit report. Your credit report is divided into 4 major sections. The first section is the general, personal, or privileged information. This section contains your name, social security number, date of birth, address, and any variation thereof. Let me give you an example of why I say variation. Let's say I apply for a credit through a lender, and during the application process, I may have given a misspelled name, a social security number which was a digit off, or any other misinformation, or that the application processor may have entered the information I've given incorrectly. Then my credit report is going to contain and show aliases. Although this section is not as important in evaluating your credit application, but potential creditors consider the inconsistency of my general information and become leery and concerned. Lenders think that I am using or assuming other identities. This may cause creditors to deny me credit. This section of the report also includes my previous addresses and the dates I used those addresses. Furthermore, it includes my employers and their addresses if I provided this information during the application entry. The second section of the report holds public records. This is by far the most severe and damaging section of a credit report. It has the highest negative impact on a credit report. I hope your reports do not have any information in this section. There are 4 types of accounts reported in this section. They are, number 1, child support. If in the past you owed child support and did not pay, or you are now paying, it will be reported by the Child Support Recovery Department of the state the child resides, or by the state where the child support judgment was ordered. Number 2, tax liens. This is divided into 2 parts. Part 1 is income tax liens you owe to the state you live in, or the state you generated income and the IRS tax liens. Part 2 is personal property tax liens. This is as a result of real estate, vehicles, boats, motorcycles, planes, or any other properties that you may have owned and didn't pay the state or county tax commissioner. Therefore, tax liens for these unpaid taxes will be reported on your credit report. Number 3, bankruptcy. If you filed a Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy petition at any time, it will be reported here and will remain on your credit report for 10 or 7 years relatively. Dismissed Chapter 13 will remain for 10 years. Number 4, judgment. If you were sued and a judgment was entered against you, it will be reported here. The third section of your report contains account history. This is the most detailed part of your credit report and shows all accounts you have had in the past 7 years. On Experian and TransUnion, this section is divided into 2 subsections. They are A, derogatory accounts, where you'll see charge-offs, collections, or late payments reported first to make it easier for creditors to notice the bad account histories. B, non-derogatory accounts, where other good and satisfactory accounts are reported. On the Equifax report, all good and derogatory accounts are combined and listed one after another. However, on either of these 3 credit reports, the account history is sorted alphabetically by creditors and collection agencies, names starting from A going to Z. This section of the report details your payment history. It lists your creditor's name, account number, date account open, date of last payment, date of last activity, initial balance or high credit, current balance, monthly payment history, and other relevant information to each account. The fourth section of the credit report is the inquiries. This section is divided into 4 parts. The detailed description of this section will be under the heading of people who look at your credit history. The 4 parts of this section are as follows. A. Authorized inquiries. That's when you allow creditors to obtain your credit report. B. Annual or quarterly review, also called AR. C. Your personal inquiries. And D. Promotional inquiries, called PR, or Equifax uses PRM, in which limited information is provided to potential creditors. All of these are described in the detail in this book. Your credit equals your life. Fix it now. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed this brief segment. Look for our other video segments. Please go to the website shown above, pick up a copy of this book, Your Credit Equals Your Life. Fix it now. After reading the book, go to the website and post your questions and comments to receive a direct response from the author. The book also includes a CD that teaches you about tax liability techniques, demand letter writing techniques, and choosing the best credit cards and loans. It also contains letter templates where all you need to do is place your name and address, the recipient's name and address, and mail them out on an as-needed basis. We want to see you succeed with your credit and money management. Thank you. Best of luck.